Someone once told you that you learn too slowly. Maybe it was a teacher. Maybe it was a classmate. Maybe it was someone in your family, someone you loved and trusted. Maybe, and this is the hardest one, maybe it was a voice inside your own head. A voice that whispers, "You are too slow. You will never get there. Everyone is ahead of you." And that word, slow, stayed with you. It followed you into every English class, every practice session, every time you opened your mouth and tried. It made you feel small. It made you feel like maybe, just maybe, English was not for you. This video is my answer to that person. This video is my answer to that voice. And by the end of this lesson, I hope you will never feel small about your speed again. Stay with me. Let's begin. Hello and welcome back. I am so happy, so genuinely happy that you are here today. I'm Hailey, and this is Your English. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so glad you found this place. This channel is for English learners who want more than just grammar rules and vocabulary lists. This is a place for learners who want to feel something, who want to feel encouraged, understood, seen, who want to know, deep in their heart, that they are capable, that they are enough, that their dream of speaking English is real and possible and worth fighting for. Every week I come here, to this quiet place, to talk to you. Slowly, clearly, honestly, because that is what you deserve. So take a breath right now, a real breath, in through your nose and out slowly. Get comfortable wherever you are, and let's spend the next minutes together. Today I want to talk about something that I feel very strongly about. Something that, honestly, makes me a little angry when I think about it. Because I have seen too many English learners give up. Too many beautiful, intelligent, hardworking people stop trying. Not because they couldn't do it, but because someone, or something, made them believe a story that was never true. The story that slow means weak. The story that if you don't learn fast, you don't belong here. Today, together, we are going to destroy that story. We are going to take it apart, piece by piece, and replace it with the truth. Are you ready? Let me start by asking you something personal. I want you to think back. When did someone first make you feel slow? Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Think back. Was it in school? A teacher moving through the lessons so fast, turning pages, writing on the board, and you were still trying to understand the first sentence while everyone else was already on page 3. Did you raise your hand? Or did you stay silent, afraid that asking would confirm what you already feared? Was it with friends? A group of people laughing and talking in English, moving so fast, so naturally, and you couldn't follow. You smiled and nodded, but inside you felt invisible. Was it online? Watching English learners on YouTube or social media, speaking so fluently, so confidently, and thinking, "I have been studying for months. Why don't I sound like that?" Or was it the quietest, most painful version? Was it your own voice? Your own mind? Lying in bed at night thinking, "I am just not smart enough. I am just too slow. Maybe this is not for me." I want you to hold that memory. Don't push it away. Just hold it for a moment. Because I want to say something directly to that memory, to that person, to that voice. You were wrong. Not a little wrong. Not slightly mistaken. Completely. Entirely. Wrong. Here is the truth, and I want you to really hear this. Slow learners are not weak learners. Slow learners are not less intelligent. Slow learners are not behind. Slow learners are deep learners. And deep learners, in the end, are always, always the strongest. Let me show you exactly why. I want to tell you about two trees. Imagine a forest. Green and quiet and full of life. In this forest, two small trees grow side by side. They receive the same sunshine, the same rain, the same soil. Everything is equal between them. Except one thing: their speed. The first tree grows fast. Incredibly fast. You can almost watch it happening, stretching upward, reaching for the sky, growing taller every single day. In just a few months, it is impressive. Tall and straight and strong-looking. People walk past and they stop and they say, "Look at that tree. Look how fast it grew. Look how tall it is already." The second tree grows slowly. While the first tree shoots upward, the second tree is doing something different. Something invisible. Something underground. It is growing roots. Deep roots. Wide roots. Roots that reach far and wide and deep into the earth, searching for water, searching for stability, searching for strength. From the outside, the second tree looks small, unremarkable, maybe even disappointing. But underground, it is building something extraordinary. Then one day, a storm comes. You know storms. Life always brings storms. The wind is powerful, the kind of wind that bends everything in its path. The rain is heavy, the kind of rain that turns the ground to mud. And the storm hits both trees equally. The first tree, the tall, fast-growing tree, struggles immediately. It bends, it cracks, and then, with a sound like a broken heart, it falls. Its roots were shallow. They never went deep. There was nothing, truly nothing, holding it to the earth. And the second tree? The second tree bends in the wind. Yes, it sways, it moves, the branches shake and the leaves fly. But it does not fall. It holds. Because its roots, those invisible, slow-growing, patient roots, go deep. And deep roots hold, even in the strongest storm. You are the second tree. I want you to really feel that. Every slow day of learning, every day when you felt like nothing was happening, you were growing roots. Every time you stopped and really thought about a word instead of rushing past it, roots. Every time you listened to something again and again until you truly understood, not just recognized, but truly understood, roots. Every time you chose to keep going, on the hard days, the embarrassing days, the days when you felt completely lost, roots. You have been growing roots this whole time. And when the storms of life come, when you need your English in a real situation, a real conversation, a real moment, you will not fall, because you went deep. Now let me teach you some important English words from today's lesson. Because this is an English lesson, and Hailey always teaches, I will go slowly, as always. First word, patient. Patient. Say it with me slowly. Patient. Patient. Patient is an adjective. It describes a person or a quality. Patient means able to wait calmly, able to take time without becoming frustrated or angry. A patient person does not rush. A patient person trusts that things will happen when they are ready. Let me use it in a sentence. Hailey is a patient teacher. You are a patient learner. Learning English requires patience. Notice, patience is the noun. Patient is the adjective. I am patient, adjective. I have patience, noun. Patient, patience. This word, patient, is one of the most beautiful words in English. Because patience is not passive. Patience is not giving up. Patience is active. Patience is choosing every single day to keep going, even when it is hard, even when it is slow. You are patient, and patience, I promise you, is one of the greatest strengths a human being can have. Second word, depth. Depth. Say it with me. Depth. Be careful with this word, it ends with a th sound. Your tongue touches the back of your top teeth. Depth. Depth is a noun. It means how deep something goes, how far down, how much exists underneath the surface. The depth of the ocean, the depth of a lake, the depth of a person's knowledge. Let me use it in a sentence. The ocean has incredible depth. Her understanding of English has great depth. Slow learners develop depth that fast learners never reach. Depth is the opposite of shallow. Shallow means not deep, only on the surface. Shallow water, a shallow understanding. Deep, or depth, means there is so much more underneath. Your English has depth because you didn't rush, because you sat with the language, because you really learned, not just memorized. That depth is yours forever. Third word, foundation. Foundation. Say it with me. Found-da-shin. Foundation. Foundation is a noun. It means the strong base that holds everything else up. When builders construct a house, the first thing they build is the foundation. You never see the foundation when the house is finished. It is underground, hidden, invisible. But without it, the house falls. A weak foundation, the house falls. A strong foundation, the house stands forever. Let me use it in a sentence. You need a strong foundation in English before you can speak fluently. Slow learners build the strongest foundations. Her English foundation is so strong because she never rushed. Your foundation is being built right now. Every lesson, every word, every minute of listening practice. You are laying the foundation, and it is strong because you are taking your time. Let me stop here for just one moment. If this lesson is reaching you, if something Hailey is saying today feels true, I want to ask you one small thing. Subscribe to this channel. Every week, I make a new lesson just like this one. Slow, clear, warm English. About real topics. About things that actually matter to English learners. It is completely free, it always will be, and subscribing takes just 1 second. Just press the button. And then, every week, I will be here, waiting for you, with a new lesson, a new story, a new reason to keep going. Also, I want to hear from you today. Leave a comment below. Tell me, who was the person who once made you feel slow? You don't have to use their name. Just say, a teacher, or a friend, or myself. Because I want you to know, whatever you write, I see it. And I want to say, to whoever that person was, they were wrong about you. Completely wrong. Okay, let's continue. I want to talk about something fascinating now. I want to talk about your brain. Because science, actual, real science, supports everything I am telling you today. When you learn something, your brain does something incredible. It builds a connection, a pathway, like a small road between two parts of your brain. Scientists call this a neural pathway. Neural, relating to nerves and the brain. Pathway, a path, a road. A neural pathway. Now, here is the important part. The strength of that pathway depends on one thing: repetition. Every time you encounter a word, every time you hear it, read it, use it, your brain walks that pathway again. And each time, the pathway gets a little stronger, a little wider, a little clearer. Think of it like a path through a forest. If you walk a path once, quickly, rushing, the path is faint, thin, barely visible, easy to lose. But if you walk that same path again and again, slowly, carefully, deliberately, the path becomes wide, clear, permanent. Even in the dark, even on a difficult day, you can find that path, because you walked it so many times. Slow learners walk their paths again and again. They don't rush past a word after seeing it once. They sit with it. They use it. They return to it. And their neural pathways, their memories, become roads. Strong, wide, permanent roads. Fast learners run through the forest. They cover a lot of ground, quickly, impressively. But the paths they leave, they are thin, faint, easy to lose. And 6 months later, a year later, much of what they learned so quickly has faded. But the slow learner? The slow learner remembers, because they built roads, not paths. This is why, when the slow learner finally speaks, they speak with confidence, with accuracy, with real understanding. Not performing fluency, actually having it. Because every word they know, they truly know. Not just on the surface, deep down, in their bones. I want to tell you now about a man named Fabrice. Fabrice was a language learner. He wanted to learn English. He was not fast. His friends moved through textbooks quickly, finishing chapters, moving to the next level, feeling proud of their speed. Fabrice moved slowly. He would spend a whole week on one chapter, reading it again and again, writing sentences, listening to the recordings 20, 30, 40 times. His friends laughed, gently, not unkindly, but they laughed. "Why do you go so slowly, Fabrice? We are already 3 chapters ahead." Fabrice smiled and kept going. 2 years later, his friends had finished the textbook. They could talk about English. They knew the grammar rules. They recognized many words. But when they tried to have a real conversation, a fast, natural, flowing conversation, they struggled. The words were there, somewhere, but not immediately, not naturally, not comfortably. Fabrice had only finished half the textbook. But when Fabrice spoke English, he spoke with ease, with warmth, with real confidence, because every word he knew, he truly knew. Every grammar rule he learned, he truly understood. He didn't just memorize, he internalized. He made English his own. Slowly, patiently, deeply. That is how Fabrice learned English. And that is how you are learning English right now. Let me teach you one more phrase today. A phrase I want you to carry with you, always. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. You know this phrase, perhaps. It comes from the story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare was fast, impossibly fast. He could cover in 1 minute what took the tortoise an hour. The tortoise was slow. Everyone knew it. Everyone could see it. But the tortoise had something the hare didn't: steadiness. He never stopped. He never became proud. He never rested when there was still road ahead. One step, then another, then another. Slow, steady, unstoppable. And the tortoise won. Not because he was talented, not because he was fast, because he never, ever gave up. Slow and steady wins the race. Say it with me. Slow and steady wins the race. This is your phrase now. When someone makes you feel slow, say it. When the voice in your head whispers that you are behind, say it. When you feel like giving up, say it. Slow and steady wins the race. Because it is true. It has always been true. And it is true for you, right now, today. I want to do something together before we finish. I want you to repeat after me. Say these words, out loud if you can, or quietly in your heart. Ready? I am not slow. I am deep. I am not weak. I am patient. I am not behind. I am building my foundation. Slow and steady wins the race. And I am winning. Say them again. Feel each word. I am not slow. I am deep. I am not weak. I am patient. I am not behind. I am building my foundation. Slow and steady wins the race. And I am winning. These are not just words. These are true. Every single one. Let me review everything we learned today. Our first word, patient. Able to wait calmly. Able to trust the process. You are patient, and patience is one of the greatest human strengths. Our second word, depth. How deep something goes. How much exists underneath. Your English has depth because you took the time to really learn. Our third word, foundation. The strong base that holds everything up. You are building your foundation. Slowly, carefully, permanently. And our phrase, slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise always wins. And you are the tortoise. Before I go today, I want to say something. I want to go back to the beginning of this lesson, to that person, that teacher, that classmate, that voice. The one who once told you that you were too slow. I want to say something to them, and I want you to hear it. You were wrong. This person, the one listening right now, is not slow. They are deep. They are patient. They are building something that will last long after your words are forgotten. They are growing roots so strong that no storm will ever knock them down. And one day, one beautiful, ordinary day, they will open their mouth and speak English. Naturally, confidently, freely. And in that moment, none of your words will matter anymore. Because they made it. Slowly, steadily. They made it. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for every slow, careful, courageous step you take. Thank you for choosing, again and again, to keep going. I see you. I believe in you. And I am so incredibly proud of you. In our next lesson, we are going to talk about something that nobody ever tells English learners. A secret, a real secret, that might completely change the way you think about learning. I think you are going to love it. I will see you there. Take care of yourself.